all hear me? Arminio, you said that very well. You said a lot of things that I wanted to say myself. And you explained it very well, thank you. In my case, I was only 11 years old when I arrived. Excuse me. My sister and I arrived in England for 75 years this month. The journey from Santurce to Southampton was terrible. And that, we all agree, vomiting and trying to sleep on the floor, very terrible. At Stoneham Camp, we were put in tents of 8. There was about 400 tents there. Of course, we didn't undress so soon. We had picked fleas, scabies, etc. A lasting memory to being woken up every day in the camp by loudspeakers playing Land of Hope and Glory with stuck on blanket. And I love the tune even today. It should have been the national anthem of this country. We were there for about a month. And then we were taken to Wested Park in Ipswich, a beautiful place. Gardeners, lovely fields there. Our lovely house, the magnificent gardens and grounds, it was a very happy time for us. I remember Miss Claude Valimy, who looked after us all. She was a wonderful person and very dedicated to us children. I particularly remember when we were given a torch by English visitors that came to see us. After almost a year, we went to live with Mrs. Valimy for a couple of weeks. She wanted us to stay there. 4 of us, my sister included, but I missed my old friends, so that we went back to the colony. From there we moved to Wigan Market, a disused hospital reopened specially for us. It was a terrible place full of rats. And it must have been pre-Queen Elizabeth, or what's her name, sorry, Queen Victoria. But it was not as bad as it formed out. We had lasting friendships with all that started to learn English. I wanted to start learning English, but as I was only there for 3 months, I didn't feel very kind to it. But eventually I started learning. The only thing I could say was, I think so. And everybody that asked me how I was, I used to say, I think so. How old are you? I think so. What's your name? I think so. After a while, I began to take interest, and up to a point, we learned the language, and a friend of mine, Pedro Antinas, and I shot up to the class to be among the first to learn the language. My sister and I were then fostered for 2 years by a family in Birmingham. They had recently lost a son and didn't feel too kindly towards us. I had to help the father of this holding. I was up at 6 o'clock in the morning milking a goat, cleaning a pigsty, and then getting a 5-gallon churn of milk to go to a little farm to pick up milk. And then I went to school. And prior to that, I had to drink tea with 1 slice of bread and a little jam on it. That was my breakfast. Also, they used to give me a slice of bread with a little jam on it, and that was my dinner at school. And I used to change that for Spanish stamps for sandwiches. I was so hungry. After 18 months, with no word from us, Miss Picken sent someone to see how we were. And I told them that I wanted to come back to the colony. We spent a short time in colonies like Carlisle, Margate, Carshalton, Barnet, Finchley. And I got an idea of how different some of the colonies could be. Some were happy, some were very sad and happy, but others were very happy because we made a lot of friends. And I remember them as well as I do my own family. One thing that we all share, though, is that after 70-odd years, we made enduring close friendships that are still going on strong today, although there's fewer of us every day. I would also like to thank to all those that took part in this gathering, that worked very hard, this lady here as well, to get us all together. Thank you very much.